39. 39. Yesterday we went over sections 12, 13, and 14. And before we start talking about translating the Latin sentence, I would like y'all to remind me about the two types of infinitives that we learned about yesterday. Tell me what one of the types of infinitives was. Yes?
Active indicative.
Okay, well, okay. That's correct. We've only learned the present active infinitive, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for how the infinitive is used in a sentence.
Complementary.
Complementary infinitive. And why was it called complementary? Is it because it was telling
like
the other verb
completing.
how pretty it was?
No, it was like completing the action of the verb.
It was completing the action of a verb. And so far, the two verbs that we've seen that are often used with complementary infinitives are the verbs to be able, possum, and the verb debeo, ought, because you would use infinitives with those, like I am able to walk, or you ought to do your homework, or you ought to study for the quiz. So those would be complementary infinitives. What was the other type of infinitive we looked at?
Objective or object.
The object infinitive. And how is that used in a sentence?
It's a direct object.
As a direct object, can you give me an example of one?
I like to
You like to what?
smile.
You like to smile. Good. Because that's the direct object. To smile is the direct object of the verb like. And you're smiling right now because you like to smile. Yes. And so that would be the object infinitive. Okay, we also learned about dative of possession. So what is dative of possession?
Oh, it's when you use the dative.
Okay, never mind.
I didn't finish.
It's like when you use the dative case to show possession in like the master's book, I guess.
Sure, that was the example we looked at. Dative of possession. And what verb is used with the dative of possession? There's only really one verb you use with it.
Wait,
Yes.
S, yeah, some form of the verb to be. So, for example, I could say, I'm going to use a third declension noun, and I'm going to use words that you haven't seen before, just because, you know, those are
I'm
the
gonna
words
throw
that
out
come-
things you've
Yeah,
never ever
exactly.
seen before.
That's exactly what I'm doing. We've got Kenny, Pila, Est. We actually have seen this noun once. I used it at the very beginning of the year. I used it in a different form.
Is it dog?
It's dog. And this is the dative ending for third declension. So you just have to believe me that this is dative. And this is the noun for ball. And so what would this say?
The dog is a ball.
Does it say the dog is a ball?
No, it says the
No.
ball is the dog.
The doll is the the ball is the dog's,
The dog
or
is the
the
dog.
dog has a ball, or there's another way we could translate it too. And it's usually the way I do it because
ball.
there's a ball for the dog. Okay, and so all of those would be correct.
So, could you say the dog?
A ball has.
You
That
could, but
sounds
that doesn't
weird.
sound right in English. Okay, here's one using, oops, that should be a nominative. Here's one using words that we know.
Cool. Put the thing down.
Okay, so what does this one say?